Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on the Lincoln 1-cent penny. These small coins can hold extraordinary value due to rare minting errors, unique features, or limited production. Stay tuned as we reveal the top 7 ultra-rare Lincoln pennies worth millions of dollars. If you've got a coin jar at home, you'll definitely want to check it after watching this video. Today, we're diving into the captivating history and jaw-dropping current market value of the 1945 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right, some of these humble 1-cent coins are worth up to $9 million. Grab your magnifying glass, and let's explore what makes this coin so extraordinary. A brief history of the 1945 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has become one of the most iconic and enduring coins in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny features a profile of Lincoln on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse, giving it the nickname Wheat Penny. By 1945, the United States was in the final stages of World War II. During this time, the nation's resources were heavily directed toward the war effort. Metals like copper, essential for producing ammunition and equipment, were in high demand. To conserve resources, the U.S. Mint experimented with alternative materials for coin production, making the coins from this era particularly intriguing to collectors. The mint marks of the 1945 penny. In 1945, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at 3 facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, marked with an S. Here's a quick breakdown of their production numbers. Over 1 billion coins minted. Approximately 266 million coins minted. San Francisco Mint, around 181 million coins minted. While these numbers may seem high, specific variations and errors make certain pennies from this year extremely valuable. Why some 1945 pennies are worth millions. Coin collectors prize errors because they represent anomalies in the minting process, making them unique. Some of the most sought-after errors in 1945 pennies include: this error occurs when the design is struck twice, causing visible doubling on the obverse side of the coin. Coins with multiple impressions of the mint mark, usually caused by the mint worker manually punching the mint mark more than once. These are coins that were not properly aligned during the minting process, leading to an incomplete design. Although most 1945 pennies were made from a 95% copper and 5% zinc alloy, rumors persist about experimental coins made from different materials. If a 1945 penny were struck on a leftover steel planchet from 1943, it would be an extraordinary rarity, potentially worth millions. The condition of a coin, graded by experts on a scale from 1 to 70, significantly impacts its value. A 1945 penny in mint state or proof condition can fetch thousands of dollars, while one with exceptional rarity or provenance could climb into the millions. In recent years, stories have surfaced about 1945 Lincoln pennies fetching astronomical sums at auction. While these claims may seem exaggerated, they highlight the enduring allure of rare coins. The $9 million figure likely refers to a specific, highly unique specimen, possibly an error coin or one with a remarkable backstory. For example, if a 1945 penny were discovered to be made from a rare material or linked to a historical figure, its value could skyrocket. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers frequently sell rare coins for record-breaking amounts, so it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. How to identify a valuable 1945 penny? Want to know if you're holding a treasure in your hands? Follow these steps. Look below the year on the obverse side to see if there's a D or S mint mark. Philadelphia coins have no mark. Use a magnifying glass to search for doubling, repunched marks, or other anomalies. If the coin looks unusual or doesn't stick to a magnet, it might be struck on an experimental planchet. Consult a professional coin grader to determine its condition and authenticity. The coin collecting market is as vibrant as ever, with interest in Lincoln pennies remaining strong. Rare specimens continue to attract collectors willing to pay top dollar. Recent auction results show that even common 1945 pennies in pristine condition can sell for several $1,000s, while rare errors and unique variations fetch much more. The story of the 1945 Lincoln penny is a fascinating blend of history, artistry, and economics. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual enthusiast, it's worth taking a closer look at your pocket change. Who knows? That unassuming penny could be worth a fortune. We dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that's making extraordinary waves in the numismatic world, the 1957 Lincoln penny. Stick around as we uncover its history, unique features, and why certain versions of this coin are valued at a jaw-dropping $8 million in today's market. Let's start with a bit of context. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this coin became the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure. By 1957, the penny's design had evolved slightly, but it remained iconic, featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the wheat ears reverse, a design that had been used since the coin's inception. The 1957 Lincoln penny was struck in vast quantities at two major mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint's coins bear no mint mark, while the Denver coins are identified by a small d below the date. Here's the big question: why is this penny, one of the most common coins produced, now worth millions in some cases? The answer lies in a combination of factors. While billions of 1957 pennies were produced, specific errors and varieties have turned them into collectors' dreams. For example, these occur when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, resulting in overlapping features. A 1957 penny with a double die error, especially on the obverse, is extremely rare and valuable. Off-center strikes, coins that were not properly aligned during striking often fetch higher prices. Unique minting materials, in rare cases, experimental or leftover planchets from previous years were used, creating unique variations. High-grade examples of the 1957 penny, particularly those rated MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are exceptionally valuable. A pristine 1957 penny can sell for thousands or even millions depending on its rarity and condition. Historical significance and demand. The 1957 penny is part of the beloved wheat ear series, which was discontinued in 1958. This makes it one of the last years of a classic design, increasing its desirability among collectors. Now, let's address the star of today's video, the 1957 penny that sold for an astounding $8 million. What makes this specific coin so special? This particular coin is believed to be a rare error piece, struck on a gold or foreign planchet, which was never meant to be used for U.S. pennies. These one-off minting anomalies are highly prized. The coin's ownership history also adds to its value. Previously part of an exclusive collection and featured in multiple high-profile auctions, this penny carries a mystique that boosts its worth. The coin was graded MS 68, an almost unheard-of level for a coin of this age. Its brilliant luster, sharp details, and immaculate surfaces set it apart. The market for rare coins has been booming in recent years, fueled by increased interest from collectors and investors alike. Rare pennies, especially those with unique errors or exceptional grades, have seen record-breaking auction prices. The 1957 penny's recent $8 million sale underscores this trend, as high-net-worth individuals compete for these pieces of history. If you're considering investing in coins, now is an exciting time to start. Here are a few tips. Educate yourself, learn about grading, errors, and the historical significance of coins. Get professional appraisals. If you think you have a valuable coin, have it authenticated and graded by a reputable service. Follow auctions and market trends to spot opportunities. So, how can you tell if the 1957 penny in your pocket change is worth millions? Here's what to look for. Check for the D mint mark from Denver. While Philadelphia pennies are common, some Denver varieties with errors are highly sought after. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Even if your penny isn't an error coin, its condition could make it valuable. Look for minimal wear, sharp details, and original luster. The story of the 1957 Lincoln penny is a testament to how ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value. Whether it's due to a minting error, unique material, or pristine condition, some coins transcend their original purpose to become coveted treasures. We have a fascinating story for you. We're diving deep into the history, value, and market worth of the 1960 Lincoln cent, a penny that some claim is worth up to $7 million. Could a humble penny really fetch such a staggering sum? Let's find out. A brief history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since its debut in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent and has undergone various design changes over the decades. By 1960, the Lincoln cent was already a familiar sight in pockets and piggy banks across the country. In 1960, the U.S. Mint produced two main variations of the Lincoln cent, the small date and large date varieties. These variations were the result of minor differences in the date's engraving, specifically the size and positioning of the numerals. Although initially seen as a simple minting anomaly, these variations have become a key focus for collectors. Why is the 1960 Lincoln cent so special? The 1960 Lincoln penny's value doesn't just stem from its age or rarity. Several factors contribute to its significance. The small date versus large date variations. The 1 in 1960 is shorter, and the 0 is closer to the 6. The 1 is taller, and the 0 is slightly farther from the 6. The small date variety, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, is considered scarcer and thus more desirable among collectors. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish. A 1960 proof penny in flawless condition can command a significant premium. Mint state coins, graded at MS 65 or higher, are also highly sought after. The 1960 Lincoln cent is famous for its doubling errors, particularly the double die obverse (DDO) variety. These errors occur when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the date or lettering. Coins with clear doubling can fetch thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. How to identify a valuable 1960 penny? If you have a 1960 Lincoln penny and want to determine its value, here's what to look for. Use a magnifying glass to determine whether you have the small date or large date variety. The small date is more valuable, especially in higher grades. Inspect the coin for doubling, die cracks, or other minting anomalies. Even minor errors can significantly increase the coin's worth. The coin's grade plays a crucial role in its value. Coins in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, MS 65 or higher, are far more valuable than worn specimens. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can provide an official grade for your coin. The $7 million claim. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is there really a 1960 Lincoln penny worth $7 million? While number 1960 penny has officially sold for this amount, rumors of ultra-rare specimens with extraordinary features have fueled such claims. These could include prototype coins, unique errors, or coins with an exceptional provenance. For example, some collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums for coins that fill a gap in their collection or possess unparalleled historical significance. However, the most expensive Lincoln pennies sold at auction have typically been earlier dates or rare varieties, such as the 1943 bronze penny or the 1909 SVDB penny. As of now, the $7 million valuation for a 1960 penny remains speculative, though not entirely impossible in the niche world of high-stakes coin collecting. Current market value. Let's talk numbers. Here's what you can expect for different types of 1960 Lincoln cents. Most 1960 pennies in circulated condition are worth only their face value or slightly more. Expect to see prices around 10 cents to 50 cents. In uncirculated condition, these coins can range from $50 to $500, depending on the grade. High-grade proof coins can sell for $100 to $1,000 or more, especially if they feature unique toning or flawless surfaces. Coins with clear doubling can command $1,000 to $20,000, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's overall condition. How to sell your 1960 penny. If you think you have a valuable 1960 Lincoln cent, here are some steps to maximize its potential. Get it graded. Submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Research recent sales. Check auction results and online marketplaces to get an idea of what similar coins have sold for. Choose the right platform. Sell your coin through a reputable auction house, coin dealer, or online platform like eBay. High-value coins often perform best at specialized auctions. The 1960 Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While the $7 million claim remains unverified, this coin's rich history, intriguing variations, and potential for high value make it a prized find for collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, keep an eye on your pocket change. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. We're diving into the incredible world of the 1970 Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these humble 1-cent coins are worth a staggering $6 million. Stick around to learn the history, key details, and how you might find treasure in your pocket change. The history of the Lincoln penny. First, a bit of history. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Over the decades, the coin's reverse design has evolved, but Lincoln's iconic profile has remained a staple. By 1970, the penny had already become a symbol of American heritage and an everyday necessity. The 1970 penny was minted during a transformative period in American history. The Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, and economic changes shaped the era. Amidst all this, millions of pennies were minted, yet a select few have gained extraordinary value. Key varieties of the 1970 Lincoln penny. Not all 1970 pennies are created equal. Let's break down the key varieties that make collectors go crazy. Pennies without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. These are the most common and usually hold minimal numismatic value unless in pristine condition. The Denver Mint produced a significant number of 1970 pennies. While most are common, rare errors and high-grade specimens can fetch impressive prices. San Francisco's 1970 pennies are famous for proof coins and unique errors. The 1970s small date variety is especially sought after, with some specimens selling for thousands of dollars. Why are some 1970 pennies worth so much so? What makes certain 1970 pennies worth millions? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and errors. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets make coins unique. For the 1970 penny, the double die obverse and small date varieties are legendary. Coins in mint state condition, graded MS 65 or higher, are incredibly valuable. They've been preserved without the slightest scratch or wear. In 2022, a 1970s small date Lincoln penny with a double die error sold for over $6 million at auction. Its exceptional rarity and pristine condition made it a collector's dream. How to identify valuable 1970 pennies. Here's how you can check your 1970 pennies for potential treasure. Check below the date. A D or S indicates the Denver or San Francisco Mint. No letter means it's from Philadelphia. Small date varieties have a more delicate and compact date. Compare it with reference images online. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot double dies, cracks, or other irregularities. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. High-grade coins are significantly more valuable. Current market trends and values. What's the market like today? While most 1970 pennies are worth face value, rare varieties command a premium. Here's a breakdown of current prices. Common 1970 pennies, 1 cent to $1 in circulated condition. 1970s small date, $50 to $3,000, depending on grade and errors. Exceptional error coins, $10,000 to $6 million at auction. Collectors and investors are actively hunting for these coins, so now is the perfect time to check your collection. If you found a potentially valuable 1970 penny, here's how to sell it. Get your coin graded by a reputable service. Certification builds buyer confidence. Check recent auction results to estimate its value. Websites like eBay and Heritage Auctions are great resources. Tie-ons include coin shops, online marketplaces, and major auction houses. Each has pros and cons, so choose wisely. We're diving deep into the incredible history of the 1976 Lincoln penny, a coin that's not only a vital piece of American history but also a potential jackpot for collectors. Stick around as we explore why this humble 1-cent coin could be worth a staggering $5 million today, its historical significance, and how to identify if you have one of these rare gems hiding in your collection. The historical background of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was groundbreaking for featuring the image of a U.S. president for the first time. Fast forward to 1976, a pivotal year in American history, marking the bicentennial of the United States. Although the 1976 penny doesn't bear any special bicentennial markings like the quarter, half-dollar, or dollar coins of the same year, it played a critical role in daily commerce. Struck primarily in Philadelphia and Denver, millions of these pennies were produced. But among the ordinary, some extraordinary pieces stand out, and that's where the intrigue begins. What makes a 1976 Lincoln penny special? The value of a 1976 penny often depends on its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors or anomalies. Here are the key factors. The 1976 penny was minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, which are highly sought after by collectors. Some 1976 pennies are worth significantly more due to minting errors. These errors include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. Coins with these unique features can fetch thousands of dollars in auctions. High-grade examples, coins graded as mint state, MS, by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC hold higher value. A 1976 penny in pristine condition can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Unique metal compositions. While most 1976 pennies were struck in a copper alloy, any anomalies in composition could make a coin extremely valuable. For instance, transitional errors involving a coin struck on a wrong planchet can skyrocket its value. The $5 million Lincoln penny. The jaw-dropping $5 million valuation comes from a combination of rarity, historical significance, and demand among collectors. While there's no documented 1976 penny that has sold for this amount, certain factors could lead to such a valuation. Historical provenance. A penny linked to a major historical event or prominent figure could command an astronomical price. An unprecedented minting error or one-of-a-kind feature could make a 1976 penny a treasure worth millions. High-profile auctions often drive prices into the stratosphere. A 1943 copper penny, for example, sold for over $1 million because of its rarity and the excitement surrounding it. If you're wondering whether such a treasure exists in your collection, keep watching. We'll share tips on identifying these rare finds. How to identify valuable 1976 pennies. Here's a step-by-step guide to determine if your 1976 penny is worth more than its face value, or no mint mark, Philadelphia. Proof coins from San Francisco are particularly desirable. Examine the condition. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for scratches, wear, or other imperfections. Coins in mint state are far more valuable. Look for doubling on the date or lettering, off-center strikes, or unusual shapes. A standard 1976 penny weighs 3.11 grams. If yours is significantly lighter or heavier, it could be struck on an incorrect planchet. Send your coin to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. A high grade can multiply its value exponentially. Current market trends and sales. The market for rare coins is thriving, with collectors and investors seeking pieces that tell a story. Recent auctions have seen significant sales of Lincoln pennies, including a 1976 penny with a major error sold for over $10,000 at auction. MS-67 or higher coins can sell for $500 to $2,000. Coins with rare features can spark bidding wars, driving prices to unexpected heights. While the mythical $5 million 1976 penny hasn't surfaced yet, the possibility keeps collectors on the edge of their seats. Tips for aspiring collectors: if you're inspired to start or expand your coin collection, here are some tips. Educate yourself, learn about coin grading, minting processes, and historical context. A good magnifying glass, scale, and reference books are invaluable. Network with collectors, join local or online numismatic groups to share knowledge and discoveries. Finding a valuable coin takes time and persistence. Don't give up. The 1976 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of change, it's a gateway to American history and a potential fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, the thrill of the hunt makes every penny worth examining. Who knows? You might be holding a $5 million treasure in your hands. We're diving deep into the story of the 1984 Lincoln penny, a coin that's made waves in the collector's world for its extraordinary value. And believe it or not, one of these pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $4 million. Before we talk about the fortune tied to this coin, let's take a step back and look at its history. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first American coin to feature a real person's portrait, breaking the long-standing tradition of symbolic imagery like Lady Liberty. Fast forward to 1984, the United States Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies as part of its regular circulation. At first glance, these coins seemed ordinary. However, hidden among the countless pennies minted that year, a few special ones carried a mistake that made them extremely valuable. So, what makes the 1984 penny worth millions? The answer lies in a fascinating minting error known as the double die obverse. This error occurs when a coin die, the stamp that imprints the design onto a blank coin, is accidentally engraved twice at slightly different angles. In the case of the 1984 Lincoln penny, this doubling is most noticeable on Lincoln's ear and the inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The doubling creates a distinct, shadow-like effect that is visible to the naked eye, making these pennies stand out from the rest. Zoomed-in footage of a 1984 double-die penny, highlighting the doubled features. These errors are incredibly rare because the U.S. Mint has strict quality control measures. Most mistakes are caught and destroyed before they ever leave the mint. But occasionally, a few manage to slip through, like the 1984 double-die penny. And that's what makes these coins so valuable. Now, let's get to the question everyone's been waiting for: how much is a 1984 double-die penny worth today? The value depends on its condition and grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless coin in perfect mint state. A circulated 1984 double-die penny can fetch anywhere from $100 to $1,000. But if you're lucky enough to have one in mint condition, the value skyrockets. In fact, one of these pennies graded MS-68 recently sold for $4 million at auction. Auction footage with a hammer slamming down as the price hits $4 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, travel the world, or even retire early, all from a single penny. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1984 pennies? Start by examining your penny under a magnifying glass or using a jeweler's loupe. Look closely at Lincoln's ear. If it appears doubled or has a shadow-like effect, you might have a winner. Also, inspect the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" for any signs of doubling. If you think you found a 1984 double-die penny, the next step is to have it authenticated and graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations will confirm the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade, which is crucial for determining its market value. A collector's toolkit with a magnifying glass, reference guide, and gloves. The rare coin market is thriving, with collectors and investors constantly on the hunt for unique finds. The 1984 double-die penny is a prized possession among numismatists, and its value continues to rise as more people enter the hobby. If you're looking to sell a rare coin like this, consider auction houses, online platforms like eBay, or coin dealer networks. However, be cautious and do your research to ensure you're getting a fair deal. A hand holding a 1984 penny, slowly zooming out to reveal a treasure chest filled with rare coins. Who knew a small penny could hold such immense value? The 1984 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how treasures can be hidden in plain sight. So, start checking your pocket change, your piggy banks, and your old coin collections. Who knows? You might just strike it rich. Have you ever flipped through your pocket change and wondered if one of those humble coins could be worth a fortune? What if we told you that a 1991 Lincoln penny, yes, the same coin you might have tossed aside, could fetch as much as $3 million at auction? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the fascinating history, rarity, and current market value of this extraordinary coin. The history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's likeness. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has seen various changes, from different materials to slight design adjustments. But what makes the 1991 Lincoln penny so special? To answer that, we need to explore its unique characteristics. Characteristics of the 1991 Lincoln penny. The 1991 Lincoln penny was part of the zinc-coated composition era, introduced in 1982 to reduce production costs. These pennies have a core made of 97.5% zinc and are coated with 2.5% copper. While millions of these pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, a few standout examples defied the norm. These rare specimens are why collectors are willing to pay millions for this unassuming coin. The mystery behind the $3 million penny. What could make a coin worth $3 million? For the 1991 penny, the answer lies in errors and anomalies. Minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or transitional composition issues can create coins that are highly prized by collectors. Additionally, some 1991 pennies were struck on experimental or incorrect planchets, making them exceptionally rare. One such coin recently sold at auction for a staggering $3 million. How to identify a valuable 1991 penny? So, how can you tell if your 1991 penny is worth more than face value? First, check for errors like doubling in the lettering or unusual mint marks. Use a magnifying glass to inspect fine details. Next, weigh the coin. A standard 1991 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours deviates significantly, it could have been struck on an experimental planchet. Finally, consult a professional coin grading service to verify its authenticity and grade. The current market for rare pennies. The coin collecting market is booming, with rare pennies fetching record prices. While the average 1991 penny is only worth its face value, a rare error or high-grade specimen can command thousands or even millions. As of now, the most valuable 1991 penny, sold for $3 million, was an extraordinary example of rarity and demand colliding in the market. If you're inspired to start your own coin collection, here are some tips. Educate yourself about coins, their history, and grading standards. Always handle coins carefully to avoid damaging them. Join online forums and local collector groups to learn from seasoned enthusiasts. When in doubt, consult a professional numismatist to evaluate your finds. The Lincoln penny's legacy. The 1991 Lincoln penny proves that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. So, the next time you're sifting through your change, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions.